Anna sat alone in her quiet suburban home, the silence pressing heavily on her. Her husband, Daniel, had been away on a business trip for weeks, leaving her feeling increasingly isolated. The days blurred together, and the nights felt even longer. She missed the warmth of his presence, the way he'd make her laugh even on the toughest days. One evening, as she scrolled through her phone, she came across a photo of Daniel at a conference, smiling confidently. A pang of longing shot through her. She decided she couldn't wait any longer, she needed to see him. But with her car in the shop, she had to find another way. That's when she thought of Liam, Daniel's son from a previous marriage. Liam had always been kind to her, though their relationship was more polite than close. He was young, energetic, and always willing to help. When she called him, he agreed without hesitation. "Sure, Anna, I'll take you to see Dad," he said, his voice cheerful. The next morning, Liam arrived at her doorstep, his car packed and ready for the road trip. Anna couldn't help but notice how handsome he looked, his casual outfit accentuating his athletic build. She pushed the thought aside, reminding herself of the purpose of the trip. As they drove, the conversation flowed easily. Liam talked about his college life, his dreams, and his admiration for his father. Anna found herself laughing at his jokes, feeling a sense of companionship she hadn't realized she'd been missing. The hours passed quickly, the open road stretching ahead of them. But as the sun began to set, the car suddenly sputtered and died, leaving them stranded in the middle of nowhere. Liam tried to fix it, but it was no use. "Looks like we're stuck for the night," he said, frustration evident in his voice. They found a small, rundown motel nearby, the only option in the area. The receptionist handed them a key to their room, and Anna's heart sank when she saw there was only one bed. The tension between them was palpable, though neither of them said a word. As they settled in for the night, Anna couldn't shake the feeling that this trip was about to change everything. The motel room was small and dimly lit, the air thick with an unspoken tension. Anna and Liam stood awkwardly by the single bed, neither of them sure what to do next. Liam cleared his throat and said, "You take the bed, I'll sleep on the floor." Anna hesitated, feeling guilty. "No, Liam, you've been driving all day. You should take the bed." Liam shook his head firmly. "I insist. You're my dad's wife. I can't let you sleep on the floor." Anna finally relented, though the discomfort lingered. She changed into her pajamas in the bathroom, her mind racing with thoughts she couldn't quite place. When she returned, Liam had already spread a blanket on the floor, his back turned to the bed. They lay in silence for a while, the only sound the faint hum of the air conditioner. But sleep didn't come easily for either of them. Anna tossed and turned, her thoughts a jumble of emotions. She couldn't shake the feeling of Liam's presence in the room, so close yet so distant. Finally, Liam broke the silence. "Anna, are you okay?" she sighed, sitting up in bed. I don't know. This whole trip feels strange. I miss Daniel, but being here with you, it's confusing." Liam turned to face her, his expression soft. "I get it. This is weird for me too. But I'm glad I'm here with you. You've always been kind to me, and I appreciate that." Anna smiled faintly, touched by his words. "Thank you, Liam. That means a lot." They talked for hours, sharing stories and laughter, the tension slowly melting away. But as the night deepened, something shifted. Anna found herself drawn to Liam's youthful energy, his kindness, and his easygoing nature. She tried to push the feelings aside, reminding herself of her loyalty to Daniel. But the attraction was undeniable. At one point, Liam reached out and gently touched her hand. "Anna, he started, his voice trembling. She looked into his eyes, her heart pounding. "Liam, we can't." But before she could finish, Liam leaned in and kissed her. It was soft and hesitant, but it sent a jolt through her. For a moment, she kissed him back, caught up in the intensity of the moment. Then reality hit her like a wave. She pulled away, her breath shaky. "Liam, this is wrong. We can't do this." Liam looked at her, his eyes filled with regret. "I'm sorry, Anna, I shouldn't have." Anna shook her head, tears welling up in her eyes. "We need to forget this ever happened. Please." Liam nodded, his face pale. I understand. They spent the rest of the night in silence, the weight of what had happened hanging heavily between them. When morning came, they packed their things and left the motel without a word. The car ride back to the main road filled with an unbearable tension. The drive back to civilization was excruciating. Anna stared out the window, her mind a whirlwind of guilt, confusion, and a lingering sense of longing. Liam gripped the steering wheel tightly, his jaw clenched, his eyes fixed on the road. Neither of them spoke, the silence between them heavy and suffocating. Anna replayed the events of the previous night in her head, each moment etched vividly in her memory. She couldn't believe she had let it happen. She loved Daniel, she truly did, but there was something about Liam that had stirred emotions she hadn't felt in years. It scared her. Liam, on the other hand, was battling his own demons. He had always admired Anna, but he never imagined things would escalate the way they did. He felt a deep sense of shame, knowing he had crossed a line that could never be uncrossed. As they approached a small diner, Liam finally broke the silence. We should stop for breakfast. We both need to eat. Anna nodded silently, her stomach in knots. They parked the car and walked into the diner, the smell of coffee and bacon filling the air. They sat in a booth by the window, the morning sunlight streaming in, casting a warm glow on their faces. The waitress came over, her cheerful demeanor a stark contrast to the tension at the table. What can I get you two? Liam ordered a coffee and a stack of pancakes, while Anna opted for tea and toast. When the waitress left, Liam looked at Anna, his eyes filled with regret. Anna, I'm so sorry about last night. I didn't mean to. Anna interrupted him, her voice soft but firm. Liam, we both made a mistake. But we need to move past it. For Daniel's sake. Liam nodded, his expression pained. I know, and I'll do whatever it takes to make this right. They ate in silence, the weight of their shared secret pressing down on them. But as they finished their meal, Anna found herself looking at Liam in a way she hadn't before. There was a vulnerability in his eyes that tugged at her heart. A reminder that he was just a young man trying to navigate a complicated situation. When they got back in the car, the tension had eased slightly, but the emotions were still raw. As they drove, Anna reached out and gently placed her hand on Liam's. Thank you for being here with me. Liam, despite everything, I'm glad we have each other. Liam glanced at her, a small smile playing on his lips. Me too, Anna, me too. For the rest of the drive, they talked about lighter topics, trying to push the heaviness of the situation to the back of their minds. But beneath the surface, the emotions they had unleashed continued to simmer, a reminder that nothing would ever be the same. The rest of the drive was a blur of quiet conversations and stolen glances. Anna and Liam were both trying to navigate the emotional storm that had erupted between them. But the tension was still there, simmering just beneath the surface. When they finally arrived at the hotel where Daniel was staying, Anna felt a mix of relief and dread. She was eager to see her husband, but the guilt of what had happened with Liam weighed heavily on her heart. They parked the car and walked into the lobby, the elegant decor a stark contrast to the rundown motel they had stayed in the night before. Anna spotted Daniel immediately, his familiar figure standing by the reception desk. Her heart leapt at the sight of him, but it was quickly followed by a pang of guilt. Daniel turned and saw them, his face lighting up with a smile. Anna, Liam, what a surprise. Anna forced a smile, trying to push her emotions aside. We decided to come see you. We missed you. Daniel hugged her tightly, his warmth a comforting reminder of their life together. Liam stood awkwardly to the side, his hands in his pockets, his expression unreadable. As they caught up over dinner, Anna found herself struggling to focus. She kept glancing at Liam, her mind drifting back to the motel room. The kiss, the emotions that had overwhelmed her. She knew she had to put it behind her, but it was easier said than done. After dinner, Daniel excused himself to take a call, leaving Anna and Liam alone at the table. The silence between them was heavy, the unspoken words hanging in the air. Finally, Liam spoke, his voice low and hesitant. Anna, I know we said we'd move past this, but I can't stop thinking about it. About you. Anna looked at him, her heart pounding. Liam, we can't. It's wrong. Daniel is your father, and I'm his wife. Liam's eyes were filled with emotion. I know, but I can't help how I feel. And I think you feel it too. Anna hesitated, her resolve wavering. She did feel it, but she couldn't let herself give in. Liam, this can't happen. We have to forget it. Liam reached out and took her hand, his touch sending a shiver through her. Anna, I don't want to forget it. I want to be with you. Anna pulled her hand away, tears welling up in her eyes. Liam, please, don't make this harder than it already is. At that moment, Daniel returned, his presence a stark reminder of the reality they were facing. Anna quickly wiped her tears, forcing a smile as Daniel sat down. The rest of the evening passed in a blur, but Anna couldn't shake the feeling that her life was about to change forever. The days that followed were a whirlwind of emotions and unspoken truths. Anna, Liam, and Daniel continued to spend time together, but the tension between Anna and Liam was palpable. Daniel, ever the optimist, remained blissfully unaware of the storm brewing beneath the surface. One evening, as they sat by the fireplace in the hotel lounge, Daniel raised his glass in a toast. To family, he said, his voice warm and sincere. Anna and Liam clinked their glasses, their eyes meeting briefly before they both looked away. The weight of their secret was becoming unbearable, but neither of them knew how to break the silence. Later that night, as Anna lay in bed beside Daniel, she found herself staring at the ceiling, her mind racing. She loved Daniel, but the feelings she had for Liam were undeniable. She knew she had to make a choice, but every option seemed fraught with pain and regret. The next morning, Anna woke up early and went for a walk along the beach. The sound of the waves crashing against the shore was soothing, but it did little to ease the turmoil in her heart. As she walked, she spotted Liam sitting on the sand, staring out at the ocean. She hesitated for a moment before walking over and sitting down beside him. They sat in silence for a while, the sound of the waves filling the air. Finally, Liam spoke, his voice soft and hesitant. Anna, I can't keep pretending like nothing happened. I need to know where we stand. Anna sighed, her heart heavy. Liam, I don't know what to do. I love Daniel, but I can't deny what I feel for you. But it's wrong, and it's tearing me apart. Liam looked at her, his eyes filled with emotion. Anna, I know it's complicated, but I can't just walk away from this. From you. Anna reached out and took his hand, her heart aching. Liam, I don't know what the future holds, but I know that whatever happens, we'll always have this moment. They sat there for a while, holding hands and watching the waves, the weight of their emotions hanging in the air. As the sun rose higher in the sky, Anna knew that she had to make a decision, but for now, she allowed herself to simply be in the moment, savoring the connection she had with Liam, even if it was fleeting.